Well, if it was just snow, it might be a little easier to deal with.
That is so true. Unfortunately, again, it all comes down to that dynamic atmospheric temperature profile, again, sub-freezing at the surface. Our low, the infamous Alberta Clipper, is taking shape. Of course, in Alberta, leeward slopes of the Rocky Mountains, surface low is forming. That's going to move in our direction, and that pressure gradient's really going to tighten and ramp up later on tonight through tomorrow, giving us the high wind. Not a lot going on this evening. We've got the cloudy skies, maybe a little bit of moisture in eastern Montana, likely not reaching the ground. That's going to change, though, quickly after midnight as the atmosphere begins to saturate. 40 in Dickinson, but up the road, Williston, sub-freezing, 27 degrees. So, again, some of those lower-lying locations are already well below freezing, like Minot, 23, but still a mild above freezing 36 in Bismarck, Mandan. Mobridge as well, Hettinger as well, 35 in Dickinson. Still teens in eastern North Dakota, where that cold air is a lot deeper throughout the atmosphere. We've got the west winds. That's why we're scouring out some of that leftover Arctic air. It will return soon enough, but the winds are going to be the big story here for tomorrow. 8 o'clock, not so much for Bismarck, but look at that, already near 40-mile-per-hour winds at 8 o'clock Mountain Time in Dickinson. By noon, we'll have winds howling over 50 miles per hour for many places, and again, touching on 60 for many by 5 and 6 o'clock late tomorrow afternoon and early evening. Temperatures early on prior to really rising above freezing. Again, near freezing in Bismarck. That's why it could be a freezing rain issue. Dickinson, 39, 8 o'clock in the morning Mountain Time. We're not going to have freezing rain here in the Queen City like we will farther toward the east. And let me show you what it's going to be like later on by late afternoon and early evening. Sliding below freezing, and this is where it's going to become more problematic. Not with freezing rain, because that will have already ended by several hours. It's the flash freeze potential, because whatever water we have could quickly ice up, because just after sunset, we're looking at those temperatures falling off rapidly below freezing. So what is a flash freeze? It's a possibility, not everywhere, but with our midday highs in the 30s to even mid-40s, our temperatures dropping quickly here. By the time we get to sunset and into the evening, we're looking at teens and 20s. So again, wet surfaces might freeze very quickly. Watch the band of moisture increasing here. 3 o'clock snapshot Central Time prior to sunrise here for our Tuesday morning. Rain. Yeah, rain. So above, several thousand feet above the ground, the temperature is above freezing, falling into a layer that's sub-freezing. That's why it's freezing rain. Could be more problematic where that cold air is a lot deeper near the surface. That's why it might be an issue for Minot along the US 2 corridor, or 52 corridor, all the way down toward Jamestown. Turtle Mountains, probably all snow, slightly higher elevations. But again, a lot of rain potential near freezing here, 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. Just some leftover showers here by 10 o'clock. But by then, we should all be above freezing. That is, until you get toward Jamestown, it'll be near freezing. And that's why it's more problematic for the James and Red River valleys. 3 o'clock, we get a break in the precipitation. We're above freezing. Watch what happens as we pull in that colder air behind the Clipper. The very high winds kick in and temperatures fall off. So we might have a blowing snow problem over northern and eastern North Dakota, even a chance for blizzard conditions along too between, let's say, Devils Lake and Grand Forks by tomorrow evening. Look at these temperatures really dropping off by tomorrow evening. It's a weather whiplash, that's for sure. And again, there's that band of rain, freezing rain and snow advancing through the region here for our Tuesday morning commute. The week ahead, it's an active one, that's for sure. Falling temps. In fact, we stay sub-zero for highs by Friday.
I won't say scare, I'll just say prepare.
That's right.
All right.